We are the music makers, and we are the dreamers of dreams.
How are you?
I'm stellar. I'm excited to do this. I know we talked about we here at ReelChat we review movies and TV shows that are coming out and stuff that's like, prevalent to this nowadays time. We did Fear Street, we did Loki and stuff like that last week. So now we came up with this brilliant idea. Well, actually, Chat and us came up with this brilliant idea to review movies and films that we've actually either been in, directed, or written. So we thought we'd start this off with Fractured, and a little piece of history here for you, Chris. Today is the same day, 4 years ago, that Fractured was in its theatrical release.
Wait, was it really?
August 1st, 2017.
Dang, no way. That's kind of works out perfectly. That's
Crazy,
awesome.
right? I thought
Yeah.
I was making a post for it, for ourselves, and it's like my phone's smart. It's like, do you want to add photos from Fractured stuff like 3 years ago? And I'm like, what? Oh my gosh, this movie came out August 1st of 2017. That's
That's
crazy. And in the new Loft Theater when they were rebuilding it, I had to fight Dunkirk for the spot that they gave me.
Did they give you the big auditorium?
Yeah, they did.
That's awesome.
Yep. I forgot. Yeah, you guys weren't there. I forgot about that. You were in California at the time.
Yeah, we were living in LA at that point. We had just got here. Yeah.
That's crazy, man. For
I
those
know.
that don't know, this was a pet project of mine. I started writing way back in 2016, and wrote it with Stephen Huffman. And we met at Espresso a bunch of times. We wrote the scenes together, casted it together. I directed it, and he was a director of photography for it for a time. And it was just a lot of fun. I used a lot of actors here in Tucson and a lot of actors that I was friends with and stuff. And we got to show it in the loft and stuff like that too. So this is really fun. I can't wait for you guys to watch this and enjoy this with us here in ReelChat. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the trailer that we created first, and then we'll jump right in. Sound good, Chris?
Yeah. We should also talk about how we're going to do it, right? Like, it's a director's commentary, and we're going to run the film, but we're also going to talk over it. You're going to talk over it and kind of tell me how.
I mean, if you have questions or anything like that, or I'll pause it at some points. But if you have anything like you want to, hey, pause it. Like, we'll pause it. We'll just talk about a scene or something like that. Like if you're like, hey, how'd you do that? Or I remember filming this scene or something like that.
Yeah, I love that stuff too. Also, it's important to show that it's growth too, right? Like we all start somewhere, we get to a certain level, and we just progress. And I think it's important to show for people that are just starting out, because you want to have a bunch of friends that are just starting to crack into the film game. Dude, the first stuff you make is always got issues, and then as you grow, you can be like, oh, well, then I've landed on this, and I'm better now because of that. So I think it's important also as a lesson to other young filmmakers too, right? They are going to be the ones that get the most out of this.
For sure.
Outside of us enjoying, for nostalgic purposes.
Exactly. All right, let's get into it.
Roll it, Julio.
Yeah,
Roll
let's
it.
get into it, man. All right. All right, so this is the teaser trailer we created.
Is that your company, Awfully Big Pictures?
Yes, it is.
These suicides are made to look like such, but they're always missing certain elements. They're always missing a note or a motive.
Gosh.
I need your help.
I shot that, by the way. That was mine.
You shot that too.
Time's up. No, I didn't. I wasn't there for that one.
No, yeah, you were. You were there. I actually have a picture of you standing outside of during that police part.
Okay, yeah. I thought you meant the guys in the hallway. I was talking about bow. You're right. I was there for that bow scene. Yeah.
Yep.
How'd you do the title? Did you get it pre-made, or did you have somebody do it for you?
We had a buddy of mine did it for me, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. I met up with him. He worked, currently actually still works at Gunn 9, the news station. And he actually put it together. I went over there to the station, and I actually interviewed at the station too for the movie as well. They brought me
Do you
on.
have a clip of that? We could see how young you look.
Oh God, I could probably find it. I'll have to find it. I'll look for it.
Okay.
I will look for it. I will. Okay. So that was the teaser for Fractured. And here is here is the film.
All right, Julio, roll it. Let's do it.
All right.
How long is this movie? Is this your intro?
Yep.
Are we supposed to be able to hear it or no? Or it's just through here that it's hearing? Okay, just to make sure.
Oh shit! I see Rachel in the background. I didn't see her before.
Did you hear? I'm like, oh.
I see you move and she reveals herself. I'm like, oh.
I'm here right behind him for a purpose so that I can.
No, I'll move it. I'll move that way.
And we don't have to actually stay hidden. It's fine.
I love it.
Oh, look.
Oh shit!
Oh look.
Look at
Oh
you.
shit! I know, dude. You know how I'm trying to fix this. I'm trying to change my intro. I've been doing it for like maybe 2 years now. Again, you think I stress over ReelChat? Imagine how much I stress over this shit. Like it's been a 2-year process.
If it's been 2 years, 2 years to create another logo.
Bro, branding is important. Like I have learned that through some of these small business groups I'm part of. Branding is very important. Oh, this is Marcos's company, Laughing Dog. Yeah.
Marcos, yep.
/ prosecution, y'all.
Is that guy still in the game? Do you know, or is he out?
He's been doing. He does some stuff. He doesn't really make his stuff anymore. He's more of a producer standpoint.
Eventually, soon.
This isn't Tucson, right? Is it Tucson?
Once it over with.
Yeah, this is Tucson.
Hey, good shot.
We went downtown and we did a live screen grab, time lapse.
So this is Tucson.
Yep, this is Tucson.
Where is that? What building is that?
It's a bank down by the Wells Fargo, off Broadway. This is right next to the university.
Looks great.
Advertising as a chasing cars, hoes, and threads. So what we chose. Some material value that we all love the most.
That's also university, and that's downtown.
Yeah, this was downtown.
We done singing the anthem, so nigga play ball. It's me against the world, win a take on.
So there's Josh and Bo. Bo's still pretty heavy. He's still heavy in the game, but Josh is like a oneer, right? Like he doesn't really act. He's just kind of.
He wanted to do it as a favor to me. It was like a friend kind of thing.
But there's your DP, right, Steve?
Uh-huh.
Gotta introduce these people, man. This is your movie, not mine. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? Who's this? Who's that?
You want me to introduce every single character? You want the movie?
There's
Okay.
Jesse Boone.
That's Jesse. Jesse Boone. He actually lives out in LA, and he's actually he's definitely very much in the game.
Big time.
Yep. Gerardo, actually an actual ex-cop, CPD officer.
Where'd you shoot this guy? Where'd you guys shoot this at?
We shot this at the Art Institute of Tucson.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Right when they were about to like close down, pretty much. Everything was empty. They were moving.
Wait, AIA's closed down? They closed that place down?
Oh yeah.
I didn't know that.
Like 6 months after this, they moved everything up to Phoenix.
No shit. I had no idea.
Our sound guy's behind the door in that scene. He's got the move mic above the door.
Oh my gosh. I just saw
Shut
that.
up. I missed it, so it worked. I didn't catch it.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Pretty good. What's going on in your
I'm gonna turn it
People
up.
can't.
I'm gonna turn
Yeah,
it
I
up
was
a
gonna say
little bit.
people can't.
So
okay.
basically, here I'll pause it real quick. Guy on the left, and his partners are at a crime scene pretty much, and they bring in a consultant that's been following these murders and these deaths. The police have written it off pretty much as a pretty much natural deaths or murders and deaths and stuff like that too, or suicides pretty much. But he has a theory that all these suicides are actually pre-planned and actually are murders by somebody out there. And he's been following this case for a while, and he's a private investigator along with Bo, who you'll see here in a little bit, as his protege, was let go from the police department, went into private investigating and stuff like that. And that's how he met Josh, his character, who is this guy in the gray right here.
And your co-writer, that's Steve, and also DP, the guy right there in the black hat, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yep. So they've been called onto a scene, and they're investigating.
Don't say his. It's an unknown person at this point. The minute you start trying to identify their gender, it's the minute you start making mistakes.
Fine. I feel like answering the question though. What are we looking for on this one?
These suicides are made to look like such, but they're always missing certain elements. They're always missing a note or a motive.
Right there. Yeah, I knew he was gonna say it at some point.
What? I actually can't hear it.
You can't hear it? Oh.
No, I can't hear it.
So, what makes this one of the unknown?
Oh, you know what? I know why. Hold on.
Do you remember that?
Do you want me to pause it?
No. I have it muted. I'm sorry, because I have your stream muted. That's why I had your stream muted.
That's why I didn't hear it either. So I just turned it up to make sure. Like, oh, there's the voices. Okay. I know what they're saying anyways, but still.
Gotcha.
Every single one of them watches Fox over.
Well, Burke was found at 12 p.m. right after the neighbors heard the gunshots. We should just give this information to the police.
So that's the tie-in. That's the motive, or the actual one little MO that Josh's character has tied to all these cases, is that these clocks have all been smashed at a certain time, and all these deaths and stuff like that are suicides, really don't have a motive to them.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Although Josh touching his face wearing gloves probably should have been like, yo, you can't touch your face when you're
I know.
No, if you're gonna be
Steven was actually behind the camera on this one. I was to the right. I was on the script. I couldn't see because it was such a small room. I couldn't be in there, and I couldn't see it. And we had such a short time frame to shoot the scene. We shot this whole scene in the hallway and everything like that in one day.
Hey Mike, you mind if I borrow this client list?
Yeah,
I
I
can help
don't.
me narrow down the search.
This is like natural lighting. You can see. Do you guys have lights up? You guys didn't have lights on here, right?
We have 2 lights on the front, and we use the fluorescent.
You can't take evidence from a crime scene.
I know how much you love your lighting.
I thought this was ruled a suicide.
As a DP, you should love. All DPs should love lighting, bro.
True, but I'm not a DP.
That's true. But you had a DP, right?
Yeah, I'll blame all that. I'll blame all that on him.
I love it.
I don't give a shit, man. I don't care. This is the last time that I'm helping you out with these little favors. Okay, I'm not putting my promotion on the line for what little theory you
And
have.
Steven had a little pet project on YouTube for a while about a cop series, and so I tried tying that in because he wanted to act in a little bit too.
Hey, Jones.
But I'm like, we're gonna be wearing too many hats, so let's not try and do that. We'll put you in the first scene, and that's it.
That makes
And
sense.
I love it when Jesse is such a dick. Jesse is such a sweet person in real life, but when he's a dick in acting, it's like the best.
I quit, more or less. It's a story for
That's true. I had met him a few times, and I didn't recognize meeting him because he's so quiet and sweet. And I was like, a little familiar, but from all the stuff I've seen him in, he's an asshole.
You know what I had a lot of fun with in making this film, though, Chris, is tying the music in to scenes. Getting music that was good for a movie and stuff like that that I could get the rights to, and putting it in film. That's what I had a lot of fun with.
That's actually really hard to do. It's become easier now because of how that's such a big problem for so many filmmakers to get the right vibe and sound for the film. But now there's a bunch of like royalty-free places you pay annual subscription. We have one, or we had one, dude. Yeah, that is a lot of fun. It is hard though if you don't have access to that library.
This is actually one of my favorite scenes.
Honestly,
The banter back and forth between them.
After the past 6 months of having absolute
Jones? Holy, Tommy!
Jones, hey, what's going on? Jones!
Jones?
Time's up.
I love that. Hold on. I need to pause that right before you see him get murdered. This whole like part right here, where you can see the gun, you can see Josh's face, you can also see the watch.
What's going on? Jones!
I'll pause it right here. Watch. Right there. This part right here, I just freaking love. Josh's expression, the watch broken, and you can barely make out the person and the gun in frame. That's literally one of my favorite shots.
Nice. Time's up.
You know how we did that gun flash?
Probably a cell phone line, I'm guessing.
I had a flashlight. And I was in the car, and it was like we just like flashed it and then added the gunshot in there. I love shit. I love small little things like that you can do on a budget to make a film look good, you know?
Yeah. How'd you guys get these ones? GoPros?
GoPro on the side of my Charger.
Yeah.
Yep, that's actually my car at the time. I love that car, man. And I had a buddy that was a TPD officer, and I had another friend that actually had a old Victoria, like for the cop car. So we brought that in there. You can see it in the frame right there.
That's awesome production design. The value on that.
This is a horrific loss of life. I ask that the family and loved ones be given the just courtesy and respect of this.
Yeah, I love the music in the background. It kind of leads right into the opening credits too. I tried masking it as best I can.
He was found after taking his own life with a bullet wound to the throat.
This is not a suicide! Same time as the others. Hey, this is not a suicide. Same time as the others. Hey, this is not a suicide. Don't say Daniel Jones is murdered. Whoever you are, I'm gonna find you, you son of a bitch.
And I love using the camera as like the fourth wall from like the reporter.
Yeah, no, I get it.
And then you see the watch. You see the killer is actually in the audience, looking in. The camera just zooms down, and you can actually see him. He's actually in the audience of the news report, like the bystanders. I had a lot of fun designing this stuff.
When you say design, you mean like the blocking? Is that
No, right here, the opening credits with the broken watch and the glass.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. This is actually one of the songs I actually paid for the rights for. I miss Lee, man. I haven't heard from Lee in a long time.
Is he an actor, or is he one of your friends you cast as an actor?
He is an actor, but he's also a friend. You know, you surround yourself with people that also are trying to do the same thing.
Oh,
but,
for sure, of course.
Yeah, no, I met him long time ago, and he was going through some stuff, and that kind of mirrored this role. And I said, you need to come out and audition for it, man. You'll have a lot of fun. And he did.
Which one was Lee? Which one was Lee?
Oh god.
You haven't seen him yet.
We haven't seen him yet.
Oh, okay.
But his name is Evan in the movie.
Was he staying with us at this point?
I think he was.
I think he was living with us.
Yeah, I think he was living with us at this time.
Nice.
Not in the very beginning. He was
Did
living.
he
He was going to be living up in Phoenix and came
when
down and then stayed.
When he said he moved down to audition, did he move down to Tucson permanently, or did he come down to audition and decide to stay permanently?
He started here. I was going to stay with I can't remember the name anymore. And eventually went up to Phoenix. I think he moved up to Phoenix after we were done filming, but before it premiered, and then came back down to the premiere and went back up. He still lives in Phoenix.
Gotcha.
I just haven't heard from him since like 2018. I think it's the last time I heard from him. And that's him right there in the Jeep.
Oh, okay.
Oh man, when I put in the A for the U of A in the theater, everybody like, everybody's like, yeah! It's like all kinds of clapping. We got these shots with a drone. We actually had a buddy with a drone, and we took it out over I-10 and got the shots for that.
Yeah.
Do you like shooting with the drone, Chris, or do you not like it that much?
I have a hard time controlling it. Jessica's better at it. I enjoy it for like establishing shots, but you know, and they've gotten much cheaper. I mean, when did you guys make Fractured? Like, when did you guys film this?
2015, 2016.
So, dude, I think we ended up getting the drone. You can buy a 4K drone for like $300. At that time, it cost almost 2 G's.
Oh wow! Goodness gracious, man! Technology in and of itself around filming and just nowadays has just like changed so much. This is actually the condo/apartment complex that Rachel and I lived at the time.
Yeah,
that we were
I
filming.
remember.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which worked out perfectly for this.
Yeah, it was a really small complex. like less than 50 units. So all the neighbors were pretty quiet and didn't really care.
Nice.
Had some DJ friends, and those DJ friends actually did supply the bulk of the music for the movie. I bought the rights to their first album, and I still have it to this day. So this is Lee's character, Evan, showing up to his buddy's house, coming into town. And they're old friends. A little exposition. I just realized that you can see my freaking crane in the background. Oops.
I couldn't see it. You're good.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
Maybe you have to know what it looks like.
Maybe that's true.
This was so hard because both these guys showed up with glasses, aviators that had like the mirrored frames, and the camera being in front with the audio and myself just walking the cameraman back. That was so hard to try and not get in their freaking the lens of their glasses.
Did you guys have to block that before you guys shot it?
Oh, we blocked it a couple times.
With camera to make sure you didn't catch it?
Yep.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. Dude, that's hard. We don't. I'm sorry, go to Richard.
No, I was like, I think we did the most of it because like this scene took the longest out of anything.
Really?
Some of the fight scenes, maybe.
Hey! That's Rachel.
Oh shit, there we are.
Chris, are you watching this on a stream or are you sharing screen?
I'm watching it on Nate's stream.
Oh, okay. So we're a little bit ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There is a delay. There is a delay. But this is where you find out that actually Bo's character, Tommy, and Rachel's character are actually brother and sister. So that's the tie-in for his lifestyle and those scenes and stuff like that to what's going on now.
Adopted, obviously.
I left that question on the table. I'm like, Nate, how did that continuity work? But we'll just let it ride.
Yeah, I mean.
I don't see color, Chris. When I was creating each of the characters, I wanted each character like to embody like a color. I know it sounds odd, but each person wears and embodies like different themes for the colors that they have. So for example, Tommy, Bo's character right now on screen, is blue. A lot of the stuff that he wears is a lot of blue. Rachel's character, what she embodies a lot of time is, I think if I'm not mistaken, like a green, like a neon and stuff like that.
You just wanted really bright colors.
Bright colors, yeah. Because I wanted each character not only to just be wearing these colors, but also those colors kind of emphasize that person's energy, I guess, if you could say it.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Mikey, who's on the left, white. I had him wearing a lot of white. And Lee's character, a lot of gray. And Jeremy. Jeremy was interesting. He wanted to be in this film, but he's very, very like you, Chris. How you watch or you're on top of a lot of your stuff. You're very critical of yourself in your editing.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Jeremy is very much the same way about his acting and his image on camera and his voice. He hates watching himself. He hates listening to himself. But I knew he could get there. I knew he could play the character, and I knew he could do it really, really well.
Well, a lot of actors actually don't watch some of the stuff they're in because of that. They just kind of live in the moment.
Yeah.
And so, as long as he's okay with that, and like you said, if you can get there in the moment, then he's okay. He wouldn't watch this again, but he could be a big part of it, which it sounds like he was.
I'm so sorry, Chris. I thought I was muted. It's messing things up.
No
it's
worries.
Okay. No, it's okay. This is the delayed one. This is me reacting to what I'm seeing on my screen. I had to put some beer pong in. I had to. It's
I
a
know,
part.
right? Nate, did Jeremy want to be? Did Jeremy want to be an actor, or was it something that he just wanted to be part of this movie, act in this movie?
No, he's always wanted to be an actor. He's acted in a lot of films in Tucson, a couple of which mainly are ones I mean, he was in one of your films too, Extraction, as well.
He was, yeah,
And-
he was. I figured a speaking part, like he wanted to really, because he has a huge part in this, and
Yeah.
so I was wondering if like he wanted parts in other films as speaking parts. In Extraction, he didn't really have a speaking part.
Yes, no, he definitely does. I think, I don't mean to talk. It's a confidence thing. He definitely has a confidence problem with a lot of the stuff that he does. That part. Lee had a lot of fun in this film. Lee actually, I felt like opened up a lot more in this character and in this role. I got to see a lot more from Lee. I got to see a lot more from Rachel. And a walk-on role, actually, Mikey, who's next to Jeremy right here playing beer pong. Mikey was a walk-on. I worked with his brother at Geico, and I was telling him about the film and stuff. He's like, oh, I have a brother of mine that really wants to act and get into it. I'm like, no way, have him come by the auditions. He came on, and he blew me out of the water with his performance. For somebody that's never acted out of, like, maybe high school stuff. And Jeremy's very much the same way. He, there's Adams. Jeremy is, he definitely has it. If he works on it a little bit more, I think he has potential to do it a lot more. If he wanted to actually make it a priority, more so than just something that I really want to do this, you know?
Well, has he done that? Because the Infraction came out in 2016.
Mhm.
Has he been working towards it?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Unless you're not friends with Jeremy anymore?
No, I am. Of course I'm friends with Jeremy. He was at my birthday. Actually, it's funny enough. Jeremy's wife and Rachel have the same birthday. And Jeremy and I share the same birthday.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, isn't that weird?
That is funny.
But I don't know. He'll get into it if I like send him stuff or I tell him about stuff. And he has acted in other stuff. It is something that is still definitely I would say it's more than just a hobby. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. Yeah.
I think
I think he just gets in his own way a lot.
He
He
overthinks
overthinks
every second, every
He does
action.
overthink.
So it's
So
real.
it's
You'll see certain scenes where he's into it and he's doing really good. Other times you can see him thinking while he's thinking.
Yeah, that'll do it.
This is really interesting. This is the first time I actually filmed and worked with water. I know that sounds weird, but with a pool. Like the sounds and stuff like that, and people walking around, and a lot more people. I mean, this is probably the biggest, I would say the biggest scene, because it actually included the most people, I would say. What do you think?
Well, we've been here for a minute. How long is this like scene here? How much time from like when Lee comes out to the Jeep, sees everybody, to like now? It feels like you guys spent a lot of time there, so it would make sense that it would be difficult. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you're definitely there's a lot of character development. You find out Mikey, the two guys that have the shirts off, Mikey and Jeremy, they're both roommates, and Mikey just proposed or told everybody that he proposed to Rachel, so now they're engaged, and he wants to move in with her. So it's all about like Lee needs a place to live, so he's gonna take Mikey's spot. Mikey's gonna move in with his now fiance. So there is a lot of exposition. There is a lot of character development, and it is probably one of the longer scenes, I would say. I think.
Did you guys have, in some of the shots where you had the table pretty close to the water, the camel close to the water, did you guys use a GoPro with a water housing there, or did you actually have like the?
You know what's
5
funny?
feet near the water.
You know what's funny? We're not actually in the water. Those scenes were taking place. No, the table was outside the pool, and we had them standing next to the pool. And we just shot it along the plane of the table, and we weren't even actually in the pool. That was filmed outside of that scene.
Oh, nice.
Crazy,
That's
right?
Impressive. Yeah.
Yep. So I'm like, these close-up scenes and stuff like that, so that we don't have to deal with people walking back and forth. We just put the camera near the plane of the table, and we have Rachel, Lee, Mikey, and Jeremy and stuff like that. And we filmed it like that.
Smart. That's actually really smart. Do you know? I know you're not a DP, but do you know the camera that you got used to film it and some of the lenses?
Yeah, we used 2 cameras. We used a Lumix, and then we used a Canon. Oh shoot, I forgot the name of it.
It's a 5D Mark II.
Yep, that's it. Thanks, Chris.
I know that.
Jeremy's very sarcastic, and I knew that he could like do this scene very well. It's like one of my favorite scenes of him just nagging on Lee.
This is how he
This is how he
normally
normally
acts
acts
anyway.
anyway.
So I think it
So I
was
think
a
it
lot
was a lot
easier once
easier
he knew
once
his
he knew his
lines.
lines.
Because this
Because
one
this
took
one
quite a
took
few
quite a
takes
few
as
takes as
well.
well.
Just with
Just with
him wanting to get the line perfect. I was in
I
the
was in the
bedroom with the door
bedroom,
closed, so I could
I
hear
could
what
hear
was going
what was
on.
going on.
I was trying to
I was
keep
trying to
Brutus
keep Brutus
quiet.
quiet.
Speaking of lines, I'm the kind of director that if you improv off the lines, as long as you got the theme of the line down, like the actual topic of that line down in the conversation, I'm okay with it. Jeremy is like, I have to say these lines exactly how they're written, which is very nice in an actor, but I'm like, at the same time, if it doesn't sound natural, change it a little bit, but actually at least make it possible to move into the next character's line so they don't have to like think on the fly. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, I know some directors do that. As long as you have like the cue line for the other actor, my understanding is that some other actors just appreciate that part of it. Like, if you know what I mean, so they know when to speak or cut you off.
Yep. Oh my God, Herbalife. I'm surprised I didn't get dinged for that.
This is where one of our friends lived, but I had also lived
lived
here.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I forgot. Like this housing complex, our friend Michael and Alex, who was the assistant director at the time, lived at this spot near Houghton, and Rachel, when we first started dating, actually lived in the same place.
Rachel, you live in the same complex as Mike Rodriguez?
Yeah. I don't think I can't remember if we even knew each other at that point. Because I think we met after I moved out. So when we went over, I was like, what the hell? I know this place.
That's cool. No shit.
I don't know. Rachel, all your piercings are coming back.
I've had a lot of things pierced.
Oh, okay.
On my
well.
Oh man, that's funny.
Kind of comes with the territory of
dating a piercer.
All right, so I'm noticing things as just rewatching these again. I haven't seen this movie in so long. Some of the audio, some of the coloring, definitely would need to be tweaked.
Yeah, I mean, different locations. I mean, it can be okay. It's not super noticeable. And the audio to me sounds fine. I don't have any issues with the audio so far. But yeah.
Chat, if you're in the chat, I do have it. The audio for the movie just turned down just a little bit, so we're not trying to shout over the movie as we review it. This is our first live review. If you're joining, this is Fractured, a film that I made back in 2017. This is the 4-year anniversary of Fractured's theatrical release.
That's so cool that it landed on today too, man. That's fucking great.
It's weird, right?
Yeah.
That's my wife. Hey! Okay, so this is a shot obviously not in Tucson. Now that's Tucson.
I used this same frame for fucking One Night October.
Did you?
I did. I used.
Did you get it from me?
No, I didn't get it from you. But it's funny. Watch. Pause it real quick. Pause it. Because funny story. Rachel is in this film and she's in the chat with us. In that lead-in, when I used the stock footage, was her lead-in to when she's on the roof thinking about you, ironically enough, your character, and then you show up. So there's a whole lot of kismet going on right now. I think
this is so weird.
Yeah. Anyway, roll it. I just wanted to bring that up. That's interesting.
And this is on University.
Yeah.
There's so many people out here, so I didn't have the whole street locked down. So this was one of the more challenging scenes to film, I would say, because we used some lights that were battery based, of course, but they were smaller. But the lighting turned out really good. I'm actually very much impressed with how we got this shot.
Yeah, especially where we were at. I think that's General Ben's right there, and that area where you're at is pretty well lit because Urban Outfitters is right behind them, and a lot of kicks out from there. So spent a lot of time on University, so I know where that's at.
Yep. We filmed in this spot right now for that scene in my Jeep for One Night in October too.
Yeah, a little down the street, but yes, same street. Yeah.
Hey, I'm down to get all turned up and toasty, but I drove, so no DDs tonight, guys.
Hey, there's always the clip for you if you can't hang with it, bro beans.
Little known fact, that's the name for the rail in Tucson. If you guys didn't know the acronym for that. CLITT.
Oh yeah.
They printed it in the newspaper. I don't understand how nobody didn't see that. They're like, what?
There's no way they couldn't have figured that out. Like,
I know, right? That's too soon.
I loved filming these scenes.
So where is this, Nate? I know that you.
This is Headquarters Hookah, the second location that was on Broadway.
Cecilia, at the time.
There's Brianna, Mikey, Lee. By the way, all this alcohol is alcoholic bottles, but actually not alcohol.
Yeah, that's good.
I have not seen half these people in so long.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look, it's Rachel.
That's me. Oh, that's me.
Hey, it's me. I made it in the movie. And this is actually a place called Tommy's Bar that I filmed at 3 times in my life in 3 different projects. I'm friends with the owner, and they let me come in and they gave us free alcohol pretty much to shoot with and gave us the run of the place.
Is this bar still here?
Yep, that bar is still there. It's on Stone next to Park. Stone and Park. So this is just the guys hanging out doing like the bachelor kind of party kind of thing since their buddies got engaged. Jeremy doesn't like to drink. You actually you can tell.
Shaking his head.
He hates it. He likes hard ciders, Chris.
I too enjoy a good hard cider.
Oh my! I know. That's why I'm looking at you right now. I'm like, Hey, October's coming up. I'll have all the hard cider we can have, man. I'll
I know, right?
Oh, I'm excited.
Hey, this is a really cool shot. This is the production. This is down the tunnel on Congress, right? Like going to Congress.
Yeah, going right. Yep. On 4th Avenue, headed down to Congress and Broadway. This was like right around monsoon time too in 2016 because like all these trees were falling down.
Yeah.
Lightning. Actually, it was like about to storm when we were filming this scene because we filmed the hookah lounge scene, this, and the bar all in one night. All these shots are all in one night. We got around Tucson quick.
You filmed the bar shots too?
Yep.
The bar shots?
Yep, and this. Hey, look, it's me!
Yep, there's the second take view. And he's wearing a shirt for the company that Jeremy actually worked for at the time.
Yep.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was working security at the time for that.
Sorry I laughed. You bailed on me, man. You bailed. We were supposed to join the academy together. We were supposed to be bigger than something way bigger than ourselves. You know what? It's not even worth it.
So you find out that Tommy and Evan are childhood friends as well. And they were both going to go into the police academy. And Tommy followed a girl to New York who cheated on him and then came back here. So that's the exposition for them. Bo? Not Evan. Yeah, Evan. Sorry. Tommy, Bo's character, I really like when he plays drunk because I feel like he plays it very well. And we actually had Michael and Alex on one end, and I think Rachel was on the other end, and we were just letting people know that we were filming, so that we didn't have like some drunk asshole that just walk into the middle of the set and start yelling at the camera, you know?
I mean, that's cool, because that was, can't do that here. That's really cool. You guys could do that. I love that shit.
You can't do that in LA?
Dude, bro, we had to have people on walkie-talkies maybe like 100 yards from a forest when we're filming, because if they tag you for filming without having a permit, it's something obscene, like $2,500.
What?
Like,
so you can't film? You can't film on the sidewalk? Like, the sidewalk's a public spot. You can't film on a sidewalk in LA?
But you can film on the sidewalk, but you can't have lights and you can't have a tripod. So that's it. And also, they can still tag you. Like
Wow.
your footprint, yeah. Dude, your footprint has to be like invisible when you film in public in LA. Like, yeah, because they're looking to fuck you.
Apparently. My goodness, dude. I didn't know that. Because I'm like, in Tucson, those that you don't know, you can film publicly anywhere you want, as long as you're not obstructing traffic or, you know, the flow of actual public. But that's crazy. They'll fine you $2,500 to film on a sidewalk?
It might even be more, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I thought it was an obscene amount. Where if you get a permit, it was like 2 G's. But if they bust you for not having one, it can be up to 2 times or 2.5 times. It's terrible.
That's horrible, dude. That's just horrible. In the city that is like known for filming, you know.
Well, that's why. Because if you go to San Diego, it's not so bad. And if you go like to San Francisco, it's not so bad.
What about Burbank? Because Burbank is its own city, right?
Burbank's even worse because Burbank's
it's worse?
Hollywood. Yeah, it's like a 50-mile radius outside of Hollywood. Yeah, and it ripples out. Burbank, NoHo, you couldn't do it in LA. Maybe San Bernardino, you can get away with it there. Maybe beyond Valencia. So, but not NoHo, Burbank, Hollywood.
Man, Chris, you're driving all out to Red Oaks to frickin' film anything these days, huh?
Yeah. That's why I want to build some shit back in Tucson, man. Get away with murder.
Here's a little interesting thing. The apartment that Rachel and I were at was not a 2-bedroom. So the same bedroom that Lee just left and that he's going into right now is actually the same room. We just mocked it up and changed it around to make it look like we were filming in a 2-bedroom apartment.
Smart. That's smart.
What the fuck's going on?
Oh, Rachel, you said a bad word.
I'm so sorry.
That place was so small.
Dude, what's happening here? Why was the blanket in the roof? I don't get it.
Oh, it's just talking about he's messy. Like he's talking. That's supposed to be James's room, Jeremy's room, and there's like it's a fan, and he like pulls his shirt off of a fan. He's just seeing like a mess of a room and stuff. So he's looking. They're looking for Mikey. He didn't come home to Rachel that night.
Oh, gotcha.
So he's waking up. James isn't home either. He came home. He's obviously woke up the next day with a hangover after they went out. And he said this is like his miracle hangover drug, like salt, pepper, and an egg, and that's it.
Text me the address. I'll head over there.
Have you ever tried it?
No, I don't want to, man.
Right?
It looks horrible. That looks horrible. I see people like The Rock and stuff like that like drink 6 eggs. I'm like, man, just put them on the grill. Just come on. Just get a little nice over easy egg.
Right.
You know, come on. Why?
I couldn't agree more, bro.
I'm like, is it convenience? Is that it? Like, oh, this looks disgusting.
I think you have to quicker to consume and to make. So you can crack the egg and swallow them in 30 seconds compared to cooking them, eating them. It takes like a good 20 minutes.
I loved finding locations to shoot these scenes, like the car scenes, the follow scenes, and stuff like that too. And they're going to get a lot more dramatic later on as the movie goes, of course. But this kind of stuff, okay, so Lee went to go pick up Rachel's character, and they're going to go out looking for Mikey because they can't call him. He's not answering his phone. He didn't come home that night, and neither of them can get a hold of James or Mikey, and they're kind of worried.
Is the GoPro on the front seat or in the window?
In the window, yeah.
This is a really good way of capturing a 2-shot driving.
Yeah, it looks really good. I was worried about it like moving back and forth, you know, on the window, but it actually, I think it turned out really well.
No, it definitely did.
I like how bossy you are in the scene. You're like, come on, help me. Why aren't you helping me?
How did the camera hear your hand holding it, right? Who's holding the camera?
There's a person at her feet holding the camera up.
Oh my god, really?
Yep. And they actually moved back and forth really, really well. I think it was Steven who did this shot. And he was able to get, like, good capture and good, like, freaking, you know, focus on the faces and stuff like that without it actually getting blurry. You're so mean. So mean to Lee. I love it.
Well, yeah, I think we had lived together at this point because it was very easy to just act with him. We did crack up a few times, but in general.
So, of course, they can't get a hold of him. They're freaking out. They don't know what's going on. Nobody came home, so they call the private investigator brother.
This isn't making any sense.
Here's your car, bro.
I missed that car, dude. That car was fast.
I know. I've actually been in that one. It's a nice car.
Okay, so why don't you just wait until James gets home, confront him in his face about what happened last night instead of fucking dragging out of bed over here. We don't know when that. Whoa, Evan, Jesus, dude, I'm still so fucking hungover. Keep your voice down.
My character, I'm noticing these little incontinuity errors, but I think that's mostly my fault. I'll take my friend. So I just had sunglasses on when they look into the car, and I don't have them on now.
I just realized that.
And my hair changes colors constantly. But
Well,
that's
You and Alex had to dye them.
that was before we started.
You had to dye the hair.
Because in the pool scene, there's a redo the ping pong or beer pong. So at one point, my hair is like all chopped off. You can see this like blonde tip
Oh my god,
at
it's
the very end.
Rodriguez's old truck. I forgot he used to have that little red Dodge Ram.
Oh yeah, a little tiny thing.
The puppies are yelling.
Really, Evan? You're not even backing me up. You haven't said like anything.
You think the same way?
He's hot, yeah, but
I do like this shot, like all three of them.
3 shots.
Yeah.
To make a 3-shot interesting is hard. As long as there's some emotion, you see, get it from Bo and Rachel, and the guy in the back is kind of reactive. But it's not. But we didn't linger on that too long either. So yeah.
Right.
Wasn't bad. Was that a GoPro?
No, that was actually my Canon.
Nice.
I know you're gonna ask me about lenses. I still have them. I just don't know what they are. I just know one's a wide. I know one's a wide, and I know one's a telephoto.
It's all right. I don't. It's okay. I can kind of figure it out as we go.
Rachel swears a lot in this movie.
The ad-lib swearing too.
So this is supposed to be putting like some suspicion on Jeremy's character. He's being very paranoid. He sees them following him. He doesn't know why. Jeremy has this stare that's it's always intrigued me, where his eyes follow something. It's very predatory, like in my opinion.
He looks like a serial killer. I mean, let's call a spade a spade. That's what it is. Like,
spoiler alert, Chris. They haven't seen the movie.
Well, I'm just referring to him in real life. I mean,
next time I see Jeremy, I'll be like, hey, Jeremy, look, Chris called you looking like a serial killer in real life.
In the most complimentary sense.
In the most complimentary sense.
Where you can eat someone's face too. That's a nice shot.
And of course, then I see Steven with the camera in the lens. Son of a gun. It's kind of quick unless you know to look for it, you know.
It's all right. It's just a with fucking mirrors. It's just mirror reflective. It's just hard to work around.
Okay.
These are great. These actually look really good.
Thanks, man. Man, we've come so far from making these films.
Yeah. I mean, that's the goal, right?
That is, absolutely.
Okay. But I prefer that you and I meet about this information. She's just not the best person.
Man, I was at some point in this film, right here on, I was doing everything myself. I was editing the whole thing myself. I was teaching myself how to edit as I went along. At this scene, I actually filmed, did audio. Like at this point in the film, like the crew had fallen apart, and it was just me doing this.
Yeah, I'd like to hear about that because honestly, maybe not now when we're watching it, but at the end, because honestly, people don't get that about making a film or a project. It's like, dude, you kind of hold it together with, hope and spirit gum, and when it doesn't work out, you the director, I'd love to hear some of the trials and tribulations you had making this, because you made it over the span of a year, right?
Yeah, just over a year. And the hardest part was at the end of it, it was I was just trying to figure out how to put it together, So I went on YouTube and I self-taught myself editing. I'm off on Call of Duty on that booty, bring your army of one, stop messing around and bring out the big guns. This is one of my favorite scenes from Jeremy and Lee. Their conversation and the confrontation right here.
Little eyebrow.
Yeah, a little eyebrow.
How long have you been going out running? Oh. Why should I care what you think? Dude, if you're out cheating on your wife or whatever, you don't have to lie about it. I mean, you don't even wear a wedding band or any shit like that. I just need to know if I'm living with some douchebag cheater. I take it off when I go running. But thanks for looking out. Do me a favor. Don't talk about my wife. Don't assume anything. We done? Have you seen Brian?
Brian, that was Mikey's character name. I couldn't remember the name.
The drug bastard dropped his phone into my truck last night. Said he's gonna get a replacement this morning. I'm not gonna be here when you get back.
I like the shadows in your face in this too.
Yeah.
Have you heard anything on that key? Was that your bag? First no.
Yeah, that was a good scene.
I like
They
that
both
scene a
played it
lot.
Really well. Yeah, they both played it really well.
And that's the closet he's going into.
Yep. Lee lives in the closet. Okay.
Oh, is that the closet?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like a tiny closet too.
Hey, Chris, I don't want to spoil anything for Overwatch for next weekend, but there's a scene that's coming up.
We're not doing Overwatch.
You think that? You think
we're
that?
Not.
You think that? It's okay. It's all right. We'll ask in the chat who if anybody wants to see that. But there's a scene that's coming up, and I recall it from watching Overwatch in theaters at the Loft when we did that one. But there's a scene that's coming up that made me so happy from the audience's just intake of breath. The way it was edited and the shock value of it. I'll show you in a little bit. Jeremy had a hard time with this scene. Like he was trying to get in, I was trying to get him out of his own head. I wanted him to react. I wanted him to spiral. You realize that he actually is the villain of the story. And he's got some abandonment issues. So these are all memories.
And that's Alex, by the way. The DP.
Oh, director.
Oh, wait, no.
Assistant director. I thought the music just did such a good job with this scene. And the tone. I have a hard time with flashbacks in movies and stuff. It has to be believable. It has to be a purpose to it, you know? Instead of just telling a bunch of exposition you can easily say instead of showing all the time.
Wasn't that where they gasped?
Or it was later. There was a few people that were mumbling that when they saw that they're like,
oh, okay. This part, Chris, right here.
I know it's a serious scene, but half of the person that scene will.
And that's how you found out that that's the watch, that's the time that she died, and that's when he's doing all these things. And he's basically taking out people that are, quote-unquote, leaving him. And that's where the abandonment mission, that's where the psychotic break came from him actually being the cause of his wife's death. And you actually finding out that he's hiding it all the time, and he does have a psychotic break because he's basically murdering people that are leaving him. So first it was his wife, and the guy in the very beginning was a divorce attorney, pretty much that she was speaking to, and that's what they were arguing about. And then his best friend moving on with his life, and he's not able to rationalize and actually see it as a normal thing.
Where's this at? What location?
That was, wait, I don't want this in. It was a coffee shop. It's off of Speedway, right across from the bowling alley. It's Black Crown, yeah. If you don't know, Chris, that's a picture from Extraction on the screen. If you can tell, it's actually got Adam, Jeremy, and Jack right there. But you find out that he's actually, it was in the army, and he came back. And so that adds a lot to his PTSD and stuff like that. And when his wife died, that pretty much was too much for his mind pretty much to handle. I had to drop it in a little DC characters. I'm sorry.
Right.
You know me. You know me. Hashtag Marvel sucks.
Vacationing in Europe with their parents or something. No, yeah, it's not that. I've heard this name before. Sarah was named James. Evan, what time is it? What?
And here we go. here's that lead up to the climax.
Why?
I love the blue lighting on Rachel right here.
That's cool looking.
That is cool. Is that an extra light you guys put on her?
No. No, yes it was. Yeah, no, we actually did have the big lights out on that. We had a gel over it.
This is all connected. My partner and I are investigating a case against this Burke. Supposedly shot and killed himself this last week. Sarah was a missing client on his client list, and James is connected to all of this.
I love that follow shot with Bo right here at the office. That was great.
Yeah.
He's going after people that are leaving him. We need to find him. Now.
It looks the set design looks great too. Honestly, it feels like he's working after hours. He's moving through it. It adds a lot of production value to the
Thank you. Coincidentally, that was also our Institute of Tucson.
Yeah, I figured. It's a great spot though. It's a great location. So good shit.
Yeah. Too bad it's no longer available. Nobody could properly pull a burnout. That's actually me in the car doing that part. Nobody could I'm like, you gotta hit that gas and turn that wheel hard, you know? But I'm like, you know what? Hand the camera. Okay, I'll do it.
That was a really cool shot. I like that shot a lot.
You like that follow shot? Oh, thank you.
Yeah, well, it's a very kinetic camera there.
Took us like 3 weeks to try and set up that little. We need a picture with Rachel and Mikey. Remember, we had to meet up with them at the park to do that shot.
Yeah.
Is that someone's real phone number? The 780 number?
Yeah, it's Bo's. It's not his. It's not his phone number anymore.
Bro, that's.
Lily, get out of there!
I love this fight scene. Wish the car was going faster.
I was just gonna say, I'm like, how we slammed down the phone, you should be going like 80 at that point, but we didn't want to get a ticket.
I love the follow shot when she's getting dragged, and the way the camera zooms out.
Good shit, Rachel. It was good. And it's in such a tight area too. You gotta be careful about that because it's dangerous for everybody. But you guys did a good job.
It was so fun though. I would fight in any.
Fight scenes are the greatest. Like this whole fight scene took like 4.5 hours, from like 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah, we were there.
Yeah, we were there. I think we left at like 3 a.m.
Yeah.
How do I know you won't hurt her, scumbag? If I put my gun down.
And pause it right here. So we had my buddy Michael Sauber, who is an ex-Marine, come in and do some of the fight scenes with me and choreograph this with both Jeremy, Rachel, and Bo, and then later on as well too. Just want to say that real quick. I love Jeremy's eyes right here. It just sells the whole scene.
Now get away from my sister. She was. What gives you the right to think you can control people's lives like this? The world doesn't revolve around you. You have no idea how the world works. It's cold and it's unforgiving. It takes everything and it gives nothing back. When it's my time to be happy,
most times he was actually in it. So he wasn't overthinking.
Mm-hmm. Fight scene in close quarters is always hard to choreograph.
It's good. So fast cuts really happen. The fast cuts are great for that shit.
Thank you. I feel like I'm not gonna toot my own horn, but I really love and enjoy. I think I do those very, very well. Yeah. Editing fight scenes are like my favorite thing. I love that drop. I feel bad about dying the hell out of that tub of blood.
Yeah, it's funny though. I was one of those, like, we have one, maybe two takes to do this once we let the blood go.
Yeah, I'm like, we only have a couple takes with the blood. Otherwise, it's going to be everywhere.
It's like, Chris, I know you know about that. You guys use blood all the time.
Chris does use a lot of fake blood.
But it looks great, guys. Honestly, yeah. This is... you guys did so well in this close quarters. Because that's fucking dangerous, hard, looks real sharp. And yeah, the blood looks great in the bathtub, too.
How it's all smeared and it just went everywhere? Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Chalk that up to my wife's acting. And leading up to one of my favorite two scenes, the chase and the confrontation at the end. I love this build with the music right here.
Insert drop here.
Who is filming this point, Nate? Was it you?
This was me and Steven. We both took over with camera. And then one night, me and Jeremy, I'm like, hey, Jeremy, let's go do another I need some more clips of us chasing. So I got two GoPros, put one on his Jeep, and then one on my car. And me and him went down on east side of Tucson, and we filmed this together. Like the long shots from the GoPros back and forth.
Yeah.
Just to like add more to the suspense.
No, for sure. Yeah. Did you speed up this footage at all?
Some of the car chase stuff I did, just a little bit. The stuff behind in the alley, no.
Yeah, that alley you guys had was could be dangerous if they're going that fast.
I think I was going. I think I was going like 45 down that alley in the Charger.
Yeah, it was scary. I was like, I was not driving in the car, but I drove down that road all the time. And you know how ridiculous it was.
It was bumpy. My thing is, I was just hoping that nobody was like leaving their car at the time we were driving down. Just take them out. Oh shit! Sorry. Collateral damage. Do it for the film. I love. You can hear the sirens in the background. That's not post. That's not me editing. That's actually somebody in either like an EMT or like fire, ambulance, driving down Speedway with the sirens. Ambulance. But this is one of my favorite fight scenes that I've choreographed.
It's never supposed to be this way. Why couldn't you just stay? I never wanted any of this. Oh, God. Jesus. This is it, James. Put your hands where I can see them. This ends tonight. It never ends. Just leave me alone. Nobody understands. I understand you're a psychopath that murdered his wife. No. Your brother can love you. No. You're wrong. I'm gonna have to make you understand. But look at them. Look! But now we have all the time we need.
And we're back at the pool, ladies and gentlemen.
Were you worried that your neighbors might? Did you tell your neighbors you were
Oh,
filming
yeah.
this, or did, yeah.
Oh yeah. Right here. This is my favorite shot. It's my favorite shot of the whole movie. When Lee took out Jeremy in the pool, I was like, we're gonna get one shot of this, and we had Steven with the camera follow them into the water, and then I just had him go ham. And the fight choreography was between Lee and Jeremy at this point, and just making them go off on each other and stuff like that. I wanted to continue, move around, and then I told him how I wanted it to end. And I wasn't aware, but when Lee dove in on Jeremy, he didn't close his mouth, and he sucked in a lot of water. And at one point in one of the takes, he couldn't breathe, and he just kept going.
Oh, really?
And Jeremy just kept going. So we had to do that we did that a couple times when they were in the water. But I knew that one take with Steven following them into with the camera was going to be one shot, and it looked beautiful. I loved it.
Yeah, really good.
When Jeremy took
an actual punch and
Yep.
his eyebrow open.
Yeah,
I was
right there.
Gonna say, was that an actual punch on the first one?
No, the last two were actual punches right here.
Really?
Yep.
And this is when he can't breathe. Part of the footage is me not breathing. You can hear him gasping. He's actually trying to catch his breath, and he can't.
Time's up, bitch.
Nice.
Did you like that shot with the bullet and the blood and the water? That took some After Effects, man.
I believe it.
Still one of my favorite fight scenes I've ever done. So many different mechanics in that fight.
I totally agree. Yeah.
I wish we could have used a real crowbar, but
I wish we could have used a real crowbar. Oh man.
Well, it would have, you know.
My buddy Matt MacArthur and I, we used to make music back in high school together. He made this song specifically for the movie and gave me the rights to it as well too. Right here at the graveyard. And that's Fractured.
Nice. How do you guys feel about it? Seeing it, coming away from it for so long.
Oh man, it's been 4 years since this movie, man, and I'm looking forward to doing more projects and stuff like that in the future, and more movies and stuff like that, man. I had a lot of fun. I learned a lot from doing this. This was my first feature directorial debut. I wrote, edited, filmed, everything, man. Casting was a lot of fun doing it. I liked working with friends, people that you could count on, and that could bring it. I'm proud of all my whole cast.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
It's always really happy about that. What about you, Rachel? I mean, you were the lead in the film. How did you feel about going back to it?
Honestly, I've watched it so many times because I helped him edit it. It's not actually editing, but giving him feedback and recommendations. So my job was really easy as far as that goes. So like, no, just do this and that. I don't know how, but just fix it. So I've seen it so many times, so it it doesn't feel like a long time since I've seen it.
Okay.
So yeah, it's like the back of my hand. I've seen it lots.
But I had a lot of fun, Chris. I mean, I appreciated your help. I know that at the end of editing and stuff like that too, I was asking you questions about like, hey, what do you render it at? What kind of bit rate should I have it at, and stuff like that too. So it was definitely a journey, man.
That's cool. Honestly, you know, you make stuff and it's such a labor of love. I mean, you know, like when you first start, everybody's all in. People are excited, actors are excited, crew's excited, everybody's excited. And then when you get to week 4 or when you get to month 3, and then it's like people start to fall off, you know, are you available? Nah, I can't, you know. And that's when you guys know kind of the people who are in charge, the director and Rachel, you being so close to Nate, you know, kind of figuring that part of it out. So that's when it becomes really hard and really frustrating. And when you, like you said, you have to run camera and you have to run audio and your script supervisor, and like that's fucking possible. Like there's just, you know, at that point in time it becomes arduous to say the least.
Yeah.
So, but the fact that you can get something done through all that, that's such a credit to the people involved and to you guys as being the helmers of this product.
Yeah, it was great. I had a lot of fun with it. I want to make more. You know, I want to write more. I want to do more films and stuff like that too. And it was a lot of fun. Did you ever see the bloopers?
No.
You didn't see
you guys. I know. I wasn't asking if you guys have bloopers for this.
Oh
No.
yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Blah, blah.
I can't hear it. So if
I turned it up. I
Call ahead
turned it
and
up.
I'm gonna call him Warner.
And then sit down. No, sit down in there. Go ahead.
You call him Warner. I'll meet you there.
Yep.
There you go. Were you filming that?
The bloopers are a lot of fun. You actually get to see a little bit of the BTS from the stuff as well.
You guys can't see it, right?
Okay.
Can't see me, Steven?
No.
Okay, cool. Alright. So what are we looking for in this one? Oh shit, sorry, no. Sorry.
All the little mechanic issues that you have on set, lighting, props breaking, props not being where you need them, making sure that actors hit their mark, hit their lines properly.
You think this could be one of his?
Don't say his. The minute you start putting a gender on our unidentified subject is the minute you start making mistakes.
Fine. Feel like answering the question though? What are we looking for in this one?
Like this part with the gloves. He's trying to put the gloves on and he can't get the gloves on. I mean, how many times do you have props that are not the way they're supposed to be, or if they break, right, Chris?
Yeah.
Fractured.
All of a sudden, you look at the scene again or something like that, and all of a sudden you're like, "Oh, this person's face is in focus." You didn't see that?
Action.
You need to rewind. You need to do this. Yeah, that's Volner.
One of his.
That is Volner.
He's still an identified subject.
You just said she's.
I know.
Go back.
Oh my gosh! Somebody in the chat just recognized Josh.
2.
Just pulling away.
You're hitting the gas.
Okay.
All right, ready?
I'm just flooring it.
Yep.
Yep. 1, 2, 3.
Was that the GoPro?
I'm really hoping not.
That looks beautiful, but
And you hear the GoPro fall off the car when it's high speed. One of the funniest things when filming with Rachel, she has this ability to just bring out a southern accent sometimes, and she has no idea where it comes from.
Ability. Like a disorder.
You have got to get rid of that southern accent. Hello, Q. Thanks for joining us.
Rick was a divorce attorney. Sarah was leaving James. Oh, I didn't put the fucking phone down. I didn't say that other line too. I did not say that other line. Damn it.
Oh, here we go. Fight scene choreography mishaps. Bo's got the craziest laugh, man.
Alright, let's go. Action. I lost my back foot. And rolling, fracture, drop, part 1, take 1. Take, action.
We thought Bo passed out, man. We thought Bo passed out from that drop.
Really?
Yeah, because he like wasn't moving at first.
Did he pass out?
No, he just got the wind knocked out of him.
So he wasn't responding.
Yeah, we're like, Bo, you okay, buddy? He's like, yeah, I'm good. And you can see me and Steven trying to like stop these guys because they turned off the lights and they just kept going.
That was
That was great, but,
amazing.
you know,
You guys know you turned the light on.
Usually
I
cut.
mean,
You gotta yell
it's
cut.
awesome,
Like-
but-
I kept telling, I was just gonna let him go because I mean it was practice anyway, right?
Oh, this. Oh, okay. Rehearsal.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They're filming, but
I always film the rehearsals, absolutely.
Rehearsals.
Actually, it looked kind of cool in the dark.
Yes.
Thanks, Q.
Scene, last take.
Oh
Clap,
gosh,
clap away.
pool scene.
Action. Alright, well let's just switch the teams then. Fuck, do that one more time.
People putting sunglasses on, people putting sunglasses off, holding the cup in the wrong hand.
Alright then, Rumi. What do you say we switch up the teams? I don't know against you two. Fuck my sunglasses.
Wait until you actually get to the fight scene in the pool, because those bloopers, I tell you.
Oh my god, cut. No, man, you gotta get bloopers and shit behind the
I
scenes.
know, that's like Steven. He has all these cool things. He like will off the dance and be like, hey guys.
Yeah.
There you go. Now you gotta see how young I look, Chris.
This is cool, man.
Suspense, action.
All right.
You had bloopers for Overwatch too, didn't you?
Jessica, do we have bloopers for Overwatch? Do you remember?
You want to do that one again? Yes.
Because I don't know if I've ever seen them.
I don't know if we do. And
You should-
even if we do, Nate, don't worry, you'll never see it. So-
You should definitely. Hey, chat. You guys want to see? This is my movie. Next Sunday, you guys want to see one of Chris's?
Dude, we
If you type in Overwatch into the chat, I will love you a long time.
Ethan won't let me act.
Love you, Lon. How about this? Oh, damn it. I'm not logged into Twitch. Why am I
Did you laugh? Yeah. How dare you?
So this movie came out 4 years ago today, August 2017. And we just watched the whole thing. It'll be on YouTube on Tuesday, of course, but these are the bloopers from the behind the scenes. Just getting all the shots.
Funny. That's terrible.
Composure.
Chris, you got a lot of noise coming in from your audio on your side.
Oh, shit.
Behind the
Buddy.
scenes.
Yeah, sorry.
Composer.
I'm trying to log into my Twitch account. So
Are you trying to log into your Twitch? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, chat, we're watching Overwatch next Sunday, right?
POV memories.
So we can ask Chris questions on how he directed and acted in and wrote the whole thing.
You actually find out. You actually find out that way right now. Or she lost.
No, we're not.
No, we're not.
You're upset.
Why not?
She's planning on
Jesus, that's a lot of fucking different reasons.
Oh, somebody typed in a hashtag Overwatch into the chat. Chris, you've been outvoted.
Yep.
Watching Jeremy and all his bloopers.
Okay, we're good. No, it's okay. We're good. Yeah.
Action.
I'm sorry.
You're sleeping.
No, Oh my gosh, it's so windy up on Mount Lemon, man. How many times have we filmed on Mount Lemon and we have to like redo shots just because of how windy it is up there, man?
Sarah. Sarah.
It's a great location, right? It's an awesome location.
Sarah.
But what I really want is a tag.
Jeez. Every single time Jeremy would say something, Alex would laugh. That was one of the hardest scenes to film.
The flashback scene.
The flashback stuff, yeah. Crazy stuff. I mean, we're just trying to catch. This is just the BTS blooper reel from Fractured, and all the stuff and all the antics my actors decided to do to me on set. Like here's a scene where Bo's coming in and didn't realize that Jeremy was flashing him off camera, right here. Jeremy was so very proud of himself. Bo couldn't take it. There's all the lights.
Dude, poor Bo. Face down. Hey, we're putting that look in the premiere.
You want to get in your spot?
Yeah. Let me get up. It's like a reverse order.
Yeah, it is. Chocolate in the middle, baby.
Oh my God, right? Rodriguez had short hair and a short beard.
Oh my God.
Chris, what did you put in the chat? What is that link?
I put the link to it's funny, we're talking about people being young.
Mm-hmm.
I put the link for On My Way in there.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
So we can see how young you and Bo are, and even Justin for that matter. And, yeah, that will be something we can show because you have a great fight in there. And we didn't win an award, but it's been viewed like 1.7 thousand times.
Wow, really?
Yes. Yeah, I know. I was shocked too. But yeah. So anyway, we can do something else. We can't do Overwatch next week because I don't even know what Overwatch is.
Oh, you got a week to find it, Chris. It's fine. By the way, guys, if you didn't know, this pool scene was filmed at the end of November. This water was so cold.
Next time we're doing this in the fucking summer, man.
We started in the summer.
Okay, I'm rolling. Alright.
This is Jeremy being worried about Bo and making sure that he didn't break his back when we jumped over him.
Okay.
Gotta love it when actors talk back to the director, right, Chris?
It's fine. What breaks
No,
your back?
I'm saying he's gonna get up. No, he's gonna get up.
Hands where I can see them. This ends tonight.
Never ends. Oh shit. Oh dude, I got your heart.
And then hits Bo anyway. And this is the scene I was telling you about, Chris, when Lee decided to stop breathing. Chris is AFK.
Yeah, he said he was going to be right back.
Oh, maybe he's looking for Overwatch for next week. Right, chat?
Good.
I feel like Jessica told him where it is.
Oh. Interesting. Yeah. Apparently one of my actors decided to swallow a bunch of water.
I think he swallowed some water. Hey.
And there's the burp. He's okay.
All right, sorry.
No.
And my camera operator is shaking. He was so cold, he was shaking the camera.
I actually punched you.
Holy hell.
No.
Yeah, and then you can see like his eyebrow starting to swell up a little bit in the blood on the eyebrow.
Okay.
Dude, your eye is so soft. Am I swollen? Am I bleeding?
No, yeah, you're bleeding.
Oh man. We all get those little injuries on set, right, Chris?
Not like a missed punch though. I would be serious. I'm not gonna lie. Like that's no.
Chris is judging me so hardcore right now.
No. No.
That's the conviction in your voice does not tell me that you're not.
You're lying. It's James.
Oh man.
We good?
There you go. And that's Fractured, ladies and gentlemen. That's Fractured.
Better connection.
Oh, I want to thank chat for joining us today on the 4-year anniversary of Fractured's 3. Oh my God, I'm gonna say that again. Fractured's 4-year anniversary theatrical release, as ReelChat, Chris, and I reviewed and watched it together. Obviously, we all start somewhere. This is a labor of love, like Chris so eloquently put last time, and I'm so glad I was able to do this and make this film, and hopefully make more as they come along. Now,
awesome. Next
week, Chris, did you go to find Fractured? Is that Overwatch? Is that why you stepped away?
No. I'm not gonna go find that movie, bro. That's in the vault somewhere.
You're gonna find it.
If you want to do it next week, we could do. What could we do next week? We could do The Sister, the first thing I did, or we can do Road Trip, the thing I did before Overwatch.
Which one was your first feature length film?
My first feature length film would be Road Trip.
Road Trip?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have it on YouTube that we can watch it?
I wouldn't
or
tell
Vimeo?
anybody if I did.
Or Vimeo or something?
I can say I might have a private link when I.
You'd have to share it to me so I can pull it up so we can watch it.
I figured. Yeah, I figured.
But
so, I mean, honestly, we could do On My Way. I mean, it is a short. If you want to do a feature, we can do a feature. But On My Way's got you and Bo in it, and I do have
you. Is the reason why you don't want Overwatch on there is because you're going to be on camera this time?
No, I just Overwatch for me was.
I'm curious. All kidding aside.
Well, all kidding aside, there's a lot of things people have always. A lot of people in Tucson have asked for Overwatch. Like people are like, "Can you release it? Can you make DVDs? Can you send it out?"
Mm-hmm.
But like it's yeah, we've kicked around the idea of doing that, but it costs money to do that first of all, and then there are technical limitations. I mean, it was shot in 1080, but it was shown in 720. I mean, 720. Everybody's got a 4K TV now, so it doesn't necessarily hold up well in the technical part of it.
Yeah, but it's just it's a feature film that you directed and you shot and stuff like that. I just want to put something out there for everybody else to see. They saw my stuff, and I want to share your stuff, man. Your accomplishments as well too.
Well, I would, if that were the case, I would show the first feature I did.
Okay.
Which I have real issues with. But I mean, like it's always one of those things where you're showing to grow, and I will be in touch with you this week, and we can maybe pick something, and or we can also talk
either that
in case or the Suicide Squad, which comes out on Wednesday, which I'm hearing is going to be incredible. Like,
I'm excited. We're definitely going to do that. So maybe we'll pick something short of yours that you want to showcase, and then we'll do Suicide Squad.
That would be awesome. And I also saw finally Quiet Place 2 just before we got on too. So
good, nice, yeah. Awesome. Cool, man. All right, cool. Well, we'll talk about. We'll maybe make a poll on Instagram, and we'll definitely be reviewing Suicide Squad. I've heard nothing but good news about that. It's a DC film. I love DC, as everybody knows. Thank you so much for joining us here at ReelChat. We really do appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching the Fractured movie that I created back in 2017 today with us. Look out for this clip on YouTube. If you guys haven't seen it, if you guys want to watch it again, I'll put it up there for everybody to watch and see. Thank you so much for joining us here today, guys. This is NAT3MILL and
Chris Carter.
Respect yourselves. Respect each other. You guys all have a great rest of your weekend. Enjoy your week. Watch Suicide Squad this week on HBO Max or in theaters. I'll probably want to go see it in theaters myself. That's just me. And catch us next week here on Twitch, Sundays at 3 p.m. for Suicide Squads and one of Chris's projects. Take care, guys.
Have a good night.
We are the music makers, and we are the dreamers of dreams.